All right, what's up, everybody? This is A7X Fan Ben with another video battle report. This was for the second game out of two I played against Phillip and Chris in August 2023. I was running out of time, so we massively simplified the setup. Went from 60 points down to 40, and from 6 Wild Islands down to 4. And I didn't contribute any coins to this mix. It was a quick game. It really only took about 40 minutes, and you'll start to see why. So I modified my French fleet from the previous game. That you can also see a video of that battle report. The Saber took off the named crew. Basically, just had Captain Helmsman, Oarsman, +5 crew Disisi aboard, and a firepower specialist, and then LeBelul, I think just with an explorer, if I remember right. And then the other two players swapped out their fleets. So I think Chris went first at the upper right there. Yeah, because I think Philip picked his home island first and went in the middle with the Spanish. Chris, I think, went first. He had Draconum, and he had Coloptera, the pirate submarine, with linked crew Captain Mission aboard, along with Banshee's Cry. And then Philip had the Spanish with Santa Isabel, Alquimista, and San Pedro. So a trio of the best Spanish gold runners, all with the +2 gold bonus ability. So a formidable gold running fleet. And so we were ready to get started, and it would be a quick one. So sailed out. Philip actually was able to explore 3 out of the 4 wild islands on the first turn, which was pretty wild. And then LeBelul explored the bottom right one. As you can see there, Saber and Draconum and Colopter have kind of angled towards the Spanish at various couple islands there. And then the Spanish, they did manage to explore, but they were at risk of getting absolutely pummeled for their gold immediately afterwards. So Draconum let loose, and she had a couple extra, I think 2 extra fire things aboard. I think she had fire shot and maybe a fire pot specialist, maybe something like that. Maybe Hammersmith was aboard. Definitely a captain, of course. But Draconum lit up the Santa Isabel. Coloptera rammed a mast off, I believe, and I think stole a coin as well. So things were not going as well for the Spanish. And then things just got worse because then Saber set upon the Alquimista with a ram and blade attack. Didn't have any cargo space to take treasure, but still smashed up the ship pretty bad. LeBelul came home, dropped off a couple coins. That face down paper on my home line is just an extra oarsman I had to get to 45 overall points, I believe. And that was just an oversight. I forgot to add it before the game started, so I added it on this turn or whatever. So, and that was a non-factor. Banshee's Cry at the top left has rammed the San Pedro, and so the Spanish are under full attack from the other 2 players, and it would just get more crazy from there. So San Pedro came home and was able to deposit a couple coins and a +2 bonus that you can see in the water, and then Draconum came over and slammed the Saber, setting her on fire. But then Saber returned the favor. So I revealed my firepot specialist. I gained a fire mass, but I was able to take out the Draconum, all her mass, and the firepot specialist hit. So now we had 3 ships on fire and 5 fire mass between the 3 of those. And then I was busy slamming into the Alchemist again to kill another one of her crew, I believe. Banshee's Cry is exploring the top, and LeBelul has come over to try to get the last coin from that southwestern island that Alquimista explored. So already a lot of carnage, and that would help expedite the game. And now San Pedro comes over to Alquimista, and this is a pretty good shot. It's a little higher definition. That's not some of the other ones. So the Spanish had all the gold running capability, but in a tight game with less wild islands, kind of got slammed by some of these more powerful gunships with their flame attacks. So then Saber just continued to go crazy, and this time took out San Pedro and set her on fire as well. And then LeBelul has touched the San Pedro, and I think she boarded. I guess she must have boarded, and to try to take some more coins, and because she had taken coins from the Alchemista at that point, I believe. And then here we've got Banshee's Cry exploring the southwest. Santa Isabel and San Pedro and Draconum, all 3 of them were scuttled due to the fire mass. But the Saber, you can see from that previous picture, the Saber was able to extinguish one of them, and then she either docked home to extinguish the last one or extinguished it right before she was able to come home and dock. because I was going to dock home to repair anyway, I think. So, and then Collector has come southwest to get in on the action, but won't be too big of a factor here as the end game already approaches. So 3 ships burning to the waterline, and Lebelua was able to get home some of that San Pedro gold, I believe, which really helped me out. And yeah, that's the last picture I've got for this game. So